Hello there, this is Diane. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Diane Dixon 6900, all one word, Diane Dixon, DIANE DIXON 6900. I come in to give tips for seniors. I'm a senior. I turned 68 February 1st, and I try to make at least one fresh new video per day, and this is my video for Sunday. And here we go. I'm Diane, and I thought honesty meant telling everything, and opportunities, and openness, and openness meant sharing whatever crosses my mind, and I learned the hard way to be quiet about certain things, okay? Sometimes when you grow up in certain circles, you think it's okay to share everything, share what just comes to your mind. And then as you go through life, you start meeting other different people that enter your circle that say, no, that's not how you do it. Certain things you keep private, certain things you don't share. And family problems. When you live in a home and you have a family and you and them, an issue comes up that you need to work out together, you keep that problem behind those closed doors. You don't go outside those closed doors of the family and share it. Get on your cell phone and text it to someone, or go on your cell phone and share it on Facebook. No. You keep it private. Money problems. You don't share those money problems. You don't even share how much you're earning from a business or a job, what your income is. That is totally private. That is never to be shared, except when you get married. Of course, you share it with your spouse if you're married, but nobody else are to know, okay? Health issues. You want to be private about health issues. Share with your doctor, of course, and if you have a spouse, share with your spouse, of course. If you have children, you share with your children about what's going on with your health. No, nobody else needs to know, okay? You got to be very choosy and picky if you do share outside your immediate family of spouse, children, doctor. You got to be awfully careful if you share, okay? And vacations. People tend to get jealous when you're able to go on a nice, beautiful vacation like Paris, France, or on a nice 5-day or 7-day cruise or something, a really nice, fantastic vacation like that. People tend to get jealous. So you want to keep it quiet. If you're traveling with your spouse or children like that, of course they know. But outside of that, you don't need to be blabbing about it or sharing pictures on Facebook about it or anything, okay? And big money win. If you ever come into winning some big money, that's another thing to keep private, like your income, except if you have a spouse. And depends on your adult children, depends on your relationship with them, if you should let them know or not, okay? Use wisdom. And a new house. People tend to get jealous if they cannot get a home and you come into being able to get a home. And they don't care how you work your tail off, got the money, got your credit cleaned up, and you can now get a home, get into a home, move out of that apartment. They don't care. If they cannot get on the ball, get on the stick, roll in with more higher income and clean up their credit, they don't care. People just get jealous, and you want to keep that private, okay? And between, if you got a spouse and even adult children, depends on if you have a good relationship with them or not. that you should share with them. That's all I say about that. And problems between you and your spouse. If you're married, you want to keep those problems between you and your spouse totally, completely private. If you have adult children, you don't even want to share it with them. Work it out, talk it out between you and the spouse. And promotions. If you had a job and you get blessed with a promotion that up your income, really up it, or say you get a promotion and you get these bonus money, some big bonus money, you want to keep that private because people tend to get very jealous and wishing it was them, not you. And you want to know when to share something and who and what to keep private, like your income. You're moving to a home, a nicer home. Are you able to purchase a very nice vehicle, say like a BMW or a Mercedes? Once my husband and ex-husband and I got to the point where we could allow him to be able to get this BMW, right? And it was an old BMW, like 13 years old, but it had been well taken care of, so she didn't look like she was 13 years old. But because she was a BMW, my ex-sisters, oh my God, they were really tore up over it. They thought he had lost his mind. Like, what are you doing? Why don't you just go buy a Dodge like we have? The father, the two sisters, all three of them had the same car, a Dodge. And they thought my ex, he should go do the same thing. But he told me, or shared with me, he was 18, he always desired to have a BMW. And so we began to work a good paying job, really working, driving tractor trailer together back and forth across the country over 50 hours a week, running ourselves in the ground. But they didn't care. That didn't matter. What mattered is he had the nerve, the audacity to step up and purchase a BMW, even though she was a very used, very old BMW by the time we purchased her, 13 years old, but she had been well taken care of. So, you know, and the spouse and husband that we bought it from only wanted, what was it, $5,500 for it. And so, but because it was a BMW, that's what threw them so off with their own brother. It was awful. It was awful. So you have to be careful about these type of things, okay? And when people do get thrown off like that, when they find out somehow, some way that you have a BMW now or a Mercedes, a car like that, or you live in able to move up in a very nice neighborhood in a very nice home, you know, people tend to get very jealous or about trips, very beautiful trips, 9-day cruise, 7-day cruise. Oh, how can you afford that, right? So be careful, y'all. Just be careful. And you can subscribe to my channel so you can hear me speaking about more different things at Diane Dixon 6900, all one word. DIANE DIXON 6900. Thanks everyone for subscribing. Happy Sunday to everybody who sees this. Pass it along so others can subscribe. And happy Sunday. Goodbye.